Well, I originally called you because he was, to me, and his mother also noticed he wasn't shooting the ball. He was passing up open shots. And now, if the play was designed for him to shoot, he's shooting. But if they passed him the ball and he was wide open, he wasn't going to take the shot.
Okay.
And everybody's asking me, why isn't he shooting? Why isn't he shooting? And I said, I don't know. So I figured it was something in his mind. But I mean, so far, I mean, everything's been great. I mean, his first game after he talked to you, he had a season high. And then the next game after that, he had another season high. And he's been playing really well since he's been speaking with you.
You called me November 26th.
Right.
His next game was the next day, November 27th, when he had his career high.
Right.
One day in between.
Right.
So what did you notice as far as his body language and everything else from previous until that one day? Like, what are some things that you noticed?
He wasn't hesitating. He was looking to score. He was looking to shoot when he caught the ball. And he wasn't looking for I would ask him before when he wasn't shooting, he was like, well, I was waiting on a better shot. I'd be like, well, you're not going to get a better shot sometimes. And so this time he was looking for reasons to shoot instead of reasons not to shoot. Is what it looked like to me.
One more thing that I wanted to bring out that's very, very important is because I hear this thing time after time after time. Before I even work with an athlete, especially one that's around 17, 16 years old, they always say, I'm already mentally tough and I kind of don't need that work. So can you kind of tell me his attitude before we began working?
Oh, I hadn't told you this. I had to pay him to talk to you.
What? Okay.
Yeah, I paid him. I said, look, I'm going to pay you to talk to this guy. I said, I'll give you some money. You do the thing and I'll pay you. I said, worst thing can happen, you're going to make some money and it doesn't work. And I said, or it does. And it obviously has. And I mean, he's not like, that first day he was so mad because he was like, I don't want to talk to you. Like, at first he thought you were like some 50-year-old man. He goes, I'm not talking to some old man about basketball. And I was like, no, this is a young dude. And I had him watch one of your YouTube things. And he said, he seems all right. But he still wasn't fired up about it. But like after the first night he talked to you, he came in a room and he goes, I kind of liked it. And so that was a big deal, like him saying that. But he seems to enjoyed it,
So if a parent is thinking about this, what's something that you would say to them if they were thinking about investing and doing the process?
Well, I think they're stupid not to. I mean, I really do. It's with his case, I knew it was mental because he would have games where like he would take over a game and then he might have like 6 games where he's a non-factor, 6 games in a row. And then something happened and then he has a good game and then like a non-factor for 2 or 3 games in a row. So it was very inconsistent. And it wouldn't matter like, whether it was a good team or a bad team, like it didn't matter. Like you could never tell if he was going to have a good game or not.
Yeah.
But since him talking to you, he's been very consistent in his play since then. I mean, I think, let's see. I think like maybe he's had like 8 games since he's talked to you.
Okay.
And he's done well in each one.
It's okay because I've literally heard this. This is like the 11th or 12th time that I heard this, and I want your perspective on it because you're 17, and I just want your perspective. Before you worked, yeah, you thought I was going to be a 50-year-old man. But before you worked, you didn't want to do it. Tell me why. Did you think that the mental game was boring? Did you think it was not going to be an immediate help? Tell me why you didn't want to do it and be totally honest.
I just didn't want to do it because I felt like that my mentality game, like the way how I always push through things, is already strong enough.
Oh, okay. So, and that's a good point. So what you're saying is when I say mental toughness, you thinking of like pushing through and being tough.
Yes, sir.
But when I'm talking about mental toughness,
You're talking about the power
generating confidence.
Mm-hmm.
That peak performance. And that's where I think people get mixed up. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So after doing the mental work and training before your competitions, what do you feel about mental work now, and how do you think it impacts your game?
A lot. In ways I don't really know how to describe. I've just been playing a lot more better recently since I started doing it. Getting more charges, more deflections, more steals, rebounds than I was before. And like performance-wise, even points, I've been getting more points too. They're more relaxed when I play, just like how I'm just shooting like before a game. Instead of like all anxious and stressed up about the shot, my muscles just feel like I'm just shooting in the gym by myself.